Hello everybody and welcome back to another Town of Salem gameplay video. Today we're playing some ranked gameplay and I'm Pandas, because pandas are adorable. I'm Vet again and I'm doing the vet bait that I did last time I was vet. I am vet, this is vet bait, do not visit me tonight. Normally guys, I try not to post two similar roles close to each other without some time going between them, but this game was pretty awesome. And so I really wanted to make sure you guys saw this. In particular, this game has some of the best counter blackmail work I've ever seen done. I was so stupidly surprised. I was dumbfounded we were able to do what we were able to do, and you'll see exactly what it is I'm referring to in just a short period of time. But for now, I'm alerting, and I did my little not joke, like my vet bait that isn't a vet bait, but it is a vet bait. And I didn't get any kills night one, so that's good. This kind of made me think, well, I feel like the likelihood of there being a witch may be diminished due to the fact that I feel like if I was a witch, I would have potentially wanted to control somebody into me that night and hope they weren't Mafia. But, you know, so it's one of those things where I kind of like, well, maybe there's not a witch. So that might be the only thing that I have learned from this little trick right there. But it's something at least, okay? And we go right on to the day actions. In this town, I'm gonna give you a warning. This town was frustrating. This was a vote for roll kind of style town. This was very much, you know, based on really circumstantial evidence for the most part. But there's some really major points of this that I think is really cool to see, and something you maybe can learn something from. So Postmaster attacked and healed. Thank you, doctor. It's important to remember though that just because they were attacked and healed does not mean that they weren't, you know, that they're not evil, that they're town. They could still be evil. They could be neutral evil executioner. They could be Mafia potentially, or they could be SK. Now in this case, they cannot be SK because SK had killed Riri. So SK already made their kill. However, there was no Mafia kill, so it's possible that this was, of course, a heal. And it's also possible that person wasn't healed and that there is, in fact, you know, that they are in fact an evil role. Or it could be that they are an evil role and got healed. They could be Jester and got healed, etc. So there's so many different things that could be said there for that. Follow means that they were jailed, and silence it is. What's the move town? So there's some pushing, and then suddenly they start vote for roles for against Gibson SG. So I'm not gonna vote. I'm just not gonna vote. I don't care if it's a slow vote or anything. The last Yolan says he is not Mafia, and that always makes me kind of confused when people say that, because it almost makes me feel like, wait, why would you say that unless that person's your Mafia partner? So we're gonna at least listen to what it is this guy gets to say. Gibson SG is the coolest guitar ever. I'm like, all right, this guy is Mafia. Child Taint visited Sursna. Okay. You visited Snursa, says the Child Taint. Confirmed. What? Child confirmed. So now we're trying to see if they can. Yolan and Follow Me are both asking for confirmation, and a child taint actually goes ahead and says, "Guess what? This is actually a no." So I say vote for roll favors evils, which is truly my opinion. Medium scroll votes guilty, which definitely seems like a gesture right there. But two people did abstain that I thought was interesting, and not necessarily that they're evil, but you gotta kind of keep in mind. Why did they abstain on something that was pretty clearly an in-out? It may be nothing. It may be something. So, we go ahead and put in our will that potentially there's a lookout random town. It's claimed, but it's not proven, because it's not proven. It's just what seems to be the case. I'm not going to alert tonight. I'm going to save it. I don't think that I'm going to get attacked tonight or visited, really. Mafia knows my role, so they don't have any reason to look at me, and they may attack. But they may have also thought that was a vet bait last night that I didn't actually alert for. They have no idea basically how many alerts I have. They know I at least have some. I am safe, and Follow Me and Sam Seawall are both dead. Yikes, that's the problem. That's why I feel like SK is as strong as I feel like SK is. Now, Follow Me was actually executed by the jailer. And so I'm like, okay, cool. Maybe this is Mafia. BG, Follow Me. Jailer is an idiot. This is not Mafia. He was jailed 2 days in a row. And it's not like jailing Godfather and no attacks means that, you know, jailing somebody and there's no attacks from Mafia mean that Godfather attacked. The reason why you can't assume that is because there's Godfather and Mafioso both. The jailer in this game was not particularly intelligent. They executed the bodyguard, and now Sam Sewell was killed by the SK. There was no kill by Mafia last night from what we can tell. We do not know who it is necessarily that Mafia may have attacked, although we might find out presently. Sam Sewell died, and whoever gets my Riddle Connect gains Night Immunity. Yeah. And Doctor down. This is painful right now. Bodyguard Doctor, that takes up a lot of space right there. A lot of space. So, Gibson's SG says, Jailer, Potion Master claimed attacked and healed. You're being reported. I don't think it's reportable. I think it's just bad, you know? And, Frozen Water actually goes ahead and answers the question. Age is the answer. And yeah, so he executed the bodyguard, thinking that perhaps they were claiming too much and that they were the Godfather, but it wasn't. It was just a bad play. And at this point, we're just kind of like seeing what it is that's being talked about in chat. There's nothing particularly good that's happening. As far as we can tell at this point, it's kind of like this is gonna be one of those games. In my gut right now, I'm thinking this is a game that's gonna go bad. We have no jailer. We have me, the veteran. We probably don't have a Vigi. I'm a known exposed veteran, so who knows what it is that's gonna happen here. And otherwise, there's not much that we can do. There's already a proven TP. He jailed twice, but exactly, there's no proof. What Jailer did was undoubtedly a bad play, and there's nothing we can do today. There was a vote on the last Yoan from Gibson SG, who we don't know who they are. They claim Lookout, and it seems to be the case that they were confirmed by the other Lookout. But you know, two people confirming each other, unless they're mediums, doesn't mean anything. Even mediums could fake it. So I go ahead and I decide I'm not going to alert again today. I'm going to save it and see if we can't push a little bit later into the game. And I started to kind of make some guesses here as to who might be whom in this game, and who might be guilty versus who might be innocent. But there's nothing much to go on. So I decided, you know what, rather than say something in my will that if I do die, puts Town at more odds, I'm just gonna not. Dinner before my night ability, and we go over into the daytime. So we're starting up now. This is like the day 4. It's really more or less the third full day, but it's day 4. And we're gonna try to find, ooh, a child's taint says something interesting. Thank you, Doc. There is a doc. Supposedly, Child's Taint claims that they are the Lookout. There was no kills last night, and that there was a doc. Gibson, did anyone visit me? So Gibson is the one who claimed Lookout, and Child's Taint also claimed Lookout. I figured they were watching each other, and so one attacked me, the other healed, says a Child's Taint. All right, interesting. And yesterday there was some push on 15 for having visited somebody that had also been caught. Or had been seen by a Child's Taint. So at this point I'm like, wait a second, what's going on here? 15 visited somebody yesterday, but there was no kill or attack on that person. Today, there was an attack and a heal on somebody. So when you think of people who visits but don't attack, you think investigative. Gibson now is claiming that they are in fact BMer. So we say, you know, people are saying vote both people that visited me, both of them. And 15, I go ahead and say that's the doc, because people were pushing on 15. I was like, no, that's the doc. The other person. Vote the other person. Who is the other person that voted? And here's where the cool part comes in. With absolutely no ability to say the words, Gibson explains to us using votes, while BM'd, that there is, in fact, 2 people who visited him last night. 15, whom I've confirmed now as a doctor, and Frozen Water. Frozen Water says, wow. Oh, man. And claims medium. I'm like, wait. Nope. Don't really have a will? Nope. I don't trust that at all. I don't trust that at all. First of all, supposedly according to Gibson, you visited, all right? And second of all, there is absolutely no way, honestly, that you're the medium. I just don't believe it very much. So Gibson could be lying, but it's not likely, and that's what I say to chat right now. Frozen Water at this point is Mafia, and goes ahead and tells us who is the SK, that being Potion Master. So I really want you guys to take a second right here and think about, that was a Town play right there. That was Town trusting each other. We got that vote up so fast. We got that vote up in a heartbeat against Mafia. Mafia, almost every town would have had to have voted in order to get that vote up. And Evil and SK kind of deal. Like, that was not likely, and there goes the mafioso. Very nicely done by Gibson, who was blackmailed and was able to communicate with us using pings on the map. The same kind of, not the map, but on the selection. I go ahead and I alert right now because I was pretty useful to town that day, I feel. Not like more useful than other people, but I think the lookouts gonna be watching each other and maybe the doctor. So they're dangerous targets to go after right now. The safe target to go after right now might be me, who is a confirmed town killing and a confirmed town. So I go ahead and I alert, thinking, hey, maybe it's their time to kill me. It's possible that I wouldn't have alerted on a night such as this. We still have the SK alive, although we know who they are. And we still have Mafia, of course, that can kill. And Mafia also the visits, at least there's a BMer. Rick is dead today. No Morty here, so we don't have to worry about anything like that. But Rick's dead. And at this point, it's like, you know what? This is still a long shot, guys. The good news is there was only one kill last night. Like, I'm not sure what's really going on that's keeping people alive. Whether it's people who are jailed that are being attacked, if it's people in jail who are unable to attack because they're in jail, etc. It just... Oh. And this is when something goes really, really majorly wrong. The whole game freezes. The whole game freezes for longer than I've ever seen it before. I was like, all right, well, this is the end of this game. I'm going to have to log out and get back on. I was upset because, like, if it's only me lagging out right now could literally make town lose. That's not okay. I don't want to be the reason why town loses because they don't have enough votes. I go ahead and I put in my will, and I'm like, this may not even save, but game frozen is what, well, frozen. Game frozen is what I say. And I'm just kind of bummed. And immediately after I put that in there, we were fine. Rick was killed by Mafia and Serial Killer. Alright, so that's good. They doubled up. Rick is who? Rick is a jailer. And they jailed 14, who claimed Doc. We already know that 14 is likely to be the serial killer. There is no reason for Mafia to lie. It wouldn't have really helped them particularly much. Right now, Mafia's job is to try to get serial killer dead. So the jailer went ahead and jailed 14. And I was a little bit rude here. I said, jailer, you're not very good at this game. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. But seriously, we knew, honestly, that Potion Master was likely to be the serial killer. We probably could have let him go. Of course, we kind of lucked out because Mafia also killed him. But if not, we would have ended up with 2 kills when we could have potentially found more information out. We already were going to vote up Potion Master anyway, who was going to claim Doctor. And the truth is, there's not really enough room for Doctor, because there's a Doctor that already healed somebody, and that Doctor is 15. I didn't update it in my will yet, but there's already supposedly, all random towns already taken. There's the 2 lookouts, so Investigator Lookout, Random Town Lookout. There's Dead Bodyguard, the Dead Doctor, and a Doctor that saved the lookout. And it wasn't this guy. It was not this guy who saved the lookout. So we can tell pretty much at this point, it's pretty clear that that this is over for the serial killer. The Potion Master is gonna go ahead and be killed here. Now Serena had left the game, and I don't know what Serena is, what role they are. This could go either way. This could be bad for us. If this is a role that's important to town to have, it could be very bad. So of course, I want people to keep thinking. Those who didn't vote on last Moth, maybe Moth, focus on them. I'm vet, don't visit. And I'm doing a fake vet claim again. And I'm planning right now, in my night action, like in my head right now, I'm saying I'm going to go ahead and alert tonight. Pandas? Medium Scroll asks. What? Serena or Pandas is lying, because apparently Serena claimed Vigi. Well, I'm the vet, so. And so I'm thinking about it, I'm like, you know what, wait a second, I've now been pushed on. I probably look pretty suspicious. And if Serena ends up being veteran, which she kind of can't be, but if Serena ends up being Vigi, then I would look pretty suspicious tonight. I don't feel like Mafia would kill me tonight. So I decide not to alert. I'm seen as suspicious, I won't alert. And this way I get to save an alert for later on in the game, and I get to live and see the next day. And so as we kind of get on to the next day, I'm kind of feeling happy though, because Serena, if they're actually claiming Vigi, they're probably not. I was, however, blackmailed. So it's like, bummer. If I had alerted, I would have killed the Blackmailer. I would have A, proven vet, and B, it would have also killed the Blackmailer, which would have been 2 nice things at the same time. So Serena is dead. And there was no other kills. Now Mafia is out there. Now Mafia Godfather could be, say, oh, you know what? Count us lucky, because without that death, Town may not have been able to get and keep the majority. The only spot left is Town Support, by the way. Pandas is Vet. This is true. And Ren goes ahead and claims Town Support. Medium says I roll Black 2 and no Moth kills. We know what number 2 is. Number 2 is the escort. And here it is that Ren comes out as mayor. And so at this point I was like, you know what? This game was actually going to be a good game. This game was always going to be a good game. We had 2 competent and pretty smart lookouts. We had a doctor who knew what the heck they were doing. And we had a mayor kind of pocketed in there right now. We have all confirmed towns. Or at least we have 3 confirmed towns. 4 really. And that means that there's not much room for other people to kind of hide. Ren declared themselves as the mayor, which leaves that there's not many people left to look into. In particular, there's 2 more Mafia and there's a neutral evil. We're pretty sure at this point that Medium Scroll is the jester, just being silly. I roll Black 2, Medium says. Yeah, probably not. And go ahead with the Ren. We now have Ren's confirmed, Gibson's confirmed, I'm confirmed, a child's taint is confirmed, and 15's confirmed. Ladies and gentlemen, Town got this going. 2 lookouts confirming each other is not a typical thing that you end up seeing, and it could have been fate. We would have eventually found out, assuming enough townies had died, we realized, hey, wait a second, there can't be 2 lookouts. But until then, we would not have had any clue at all. So Medium Scroll at this point claims that they're a jester, and it's like, yeah, you know what? I don't think that I want to give you the kill. You know what's harder than neutral killing? Winning is neutral killing, Mott and Cather says. 3 TPs, you idiot. Alright. That means so little to me. 3 TPs? That's rough. That's rough. But in theory, 3 TPs should mean that we don't have very many investigative roles. But we ended up having a really good mix right here. We had 3 TPs and we had 3 investigative roles. If I could have every game like that, I probably would do that. Seriously. I want to go ahead and propose that we do a quick little poll, though. It's going to pop up in the top right-hand side just about now, guys. I want to know what you think the best kind of town setup would be. And I'll give you guys the option up there. But the more that I play this game, the more I think that 3 TP, 3 invest, I don't know if you can beat that. That's pretty darn good right there. That's a good setup. I mean, some situations you might be missing some KP, but you do have the jailer. And 3 TPs, that's enough to block for each invest in, and that really limits the amount of movement that Mafia can make. Now, Mafia is complaining about 3 TPs, but the truth is only one of them made saves. Here it is, there's no deaths last night. 15's still alive. Everybody else is still alive. I did went ahead and alerted, but at this point we're pretty much sure it's the last Yolan. So the power of 2 lookouts is powerful. Yep. Gibson says it's 12 confirmed. Ren says I think he's AFK, which is possible. We have a mayor. We have there's nothing that can actually happen right now to keep us from winning the game. And Yolan's kind of bummed about it. And I want him to feel a little bit better. So I say, hey, you guys had a great start. Everyone is confirmed. Yep. Literally everybody is confirmed right now. But this whole thing, this whole win, in my opinion, lies solely on the back of Gibson and a child's taint. In particular, Gibson's ability to communicate with us while being blackmailed and getting us to lynch Frozen Water was wonderful. Now, Potion Master, Frozen Water giving away Potion Master actually hurt them more in the end than they may have realized. They may not have known how quickly we'd be able to confirm Town, but this is one of the reasons why confirming Town is a must-do whenever it's possible, guys. Confirm Town takes away space for evils to claim, and when evils can't claim, Town will win. So, we went through a lot in this video right here, guys. We went through a very bad start where Jailer killed the bodyguard. Night 2, which was frankly just silly. And then a blackmailed lookout after a clutch save by the random town doctor, the last available random town spot doctor, makes a clutch save on the lookout. Mafia was telling us here that their goal was killing one of the lookouts and then BMing the other lookout. They weren't expecting the lookout to live because of 15, the doctor that was hidden. So it was really, really well played, honestly. And we were able to put, people were like thinking about getting 15 up at first. And I was like, 15's a doctor. He visited somebody last time, and there was no deaths on that person. He's a doctor. That means the other person's evil. Who's the other person? We found him. We lynched him. And town brought home the bacon. Ladies and gentlemen, we're at 25 wins, 10 losses. Thanks so much. Much appreciated. Peace out.
Yes.